What's up, everybody? Viper here, and today I'm wrapping up my vegan challenge that I was doing. I've actually learned quite a bit of different things about this challenge, and it's actually not as bad as I thought it was at first. It's completely doable, even if you wanted to do a completely pacifist, where you do not kill any bandits or infected. I believe it's still doable. I have been farming infected, and I was killing the bandits during this run through, but I was not hurting any animals or using any animal products. But I found one thing I found out is I'm eating too much, because you can go uh, pretty much the entire day and you're only going to lose a little bit of health being hungry. It does kind of, sometimes you'll have that little darkened section around the outsides, but that's something you're going to have to live with if you want to try to actually do this challenge. But if you want to do it, one of the things you're going to have to do, either doing the pacifist method or, where you can actually kill the bandits or infected, is you're going to have to get seeds, because the only way to make this sustainable is to actually grow crops. So I'm going to go back here to where I got my little farm, and then I'm going to show you where to go get these seeds. Might as well put it all in one video. Um, It is day 24, and these are all my crops I've got so far. But one of the first things you want to do if you're going to do this challenge is get a vehicle and go get your seeds. And I'm going to take you to the 3 of the spots that you don't have to actually kill anybody. So we're going to go out this way, and we're going to take a left. And we're going to go to this little military camp that's right up here on the road. Now this spot right here is only a chance. You will not... Try not to hit that truck. You will not always get this this seed drop here. I don't know if I've taken that box or not. But right up here there's a box. This box right here. And there's a chance for seeds to be in this box. So that's the first spot. And you're not going to run in any kind of danger over here, so you're fine here. The next spot is in a bandit camp, and we're going to have to be sneaky to get in there. So we're just going to drive this way, and then we're going to take a right at the intersection past this gas station. Don't be hanging around here. You want to kind of move pretty quick, because there's bandits at that intersection. So get going down this way. And then we're going to go raid this bandit camp real quick. I'm just going to park a little bit away, and then I'm going to sneak up on these bandits. There's usually one at the gate where that truck is, and there's 2 inside and then 1 on the other side. Is he even here? Oh yeah, there he is. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of jump here, and then I'm going to go straight up into this. Just run up in it. And then there's a seed usually on this desk right here. Plus there's an NPC in here that you can rescue without actually having to kill anybody. So now I'm just going to sneak out of here without hopefully being seen. Or where's that red guy? Oh, he's right there. And I'm pretty much going to go back the same way I just came. And just jump over there and then haul butt away. Alright, now we're going to go to the city, and we're going to get the other seed. That seed in that bandit camp is always there. You might get a corn or a tomato. I'm not. It's all random of which one you'll get. So now we're going to the city, and we're going to grab the last corn seed that's not going to require us to kill anything. Let's hope there's no bandits. Be careful with bandits in here. I'm just going to park. I'm going to park over here so I can get out of here if I have to. Alright. Now I'm just watching for bandits. Because there's quite a few bandits in the city. Alright, you can see them right there. But where I'm going for is this red brick building with this green roof. And what I want to do is go in the back way. If they fix this eventually, but you can duck down and get in here, and there's a seed usually right here. And there's sometimes either a revolver or a hunting rifle here. So that's 3 spots that you can get seeds without actually having to kill anything. Now if they make it where that back door can't get into, you'll have to go through the front, and there's 4 infected there. So you might not be able to get those if you're trying to go completely pacifist on this one. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my truck, and then I'm going to bring you back when I get home. Alright, so I'm back home. I'm going to go ahead and grab some water. Because that is one... I got enough water. You need to always make sure you stay hydrated. And you can go hungry, but to go hungry and thirsty at the same time, you're going to start losing a lot of health quickly. So I could sit here and, you know, I'll just lose a little bit of health. And I could eat one of these, what is this, canned fruit? I will only need to eat 1 canned fruit per day to actually survive in this game. I was always thinking I needed to, you know, try to keep my hunger meter up. It's not the case. You can go pretty much all day chopping wood, doing whatever you want, as long as at night when you go to sleep to refill your fatigue meter, that's really when you want to eat. So I can pretty much go around all day not doing anything or eating, and I'll be completely fine. Let's just go. I'm going to go ahead and get inside and sleep till 2000 or so. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and drink because I don't want my thirst to go down. So let's sleep for another 5 hours or so. I like to always be inside around 2000 and then just go ahead and go to sleep or do a little bit of task, but I want to try to get at least 8 hours sleep so I can keep my fatigue bar filled. Now I could just drink this or eat this, and then that would give me enough to fill my health back. Or I can eat a whole buttload of these blueberries. This is 20 right here. And these blueberries, they do stack if you got them. If they're the same durability, but for the most part, they won't stack. This is a lot of damn blueberries to be eaten. But if this is all you got, because you search the map and you can't find any more of this canned fruit or tomato paste, then that's what you're going to be stuck doing, is eating a bunch of blueberries till your crops are done. So now I got some hunger. I can go to sleep, and I'm just going to sleep for 8 hours. And then my health will go ahead and max out. And then I'm going to sleep till 5. And then it barely started to drop. So I'm still good. So I'll be able to go another whole day without food. And then let's go get a tomato plant and a corn plant. I'm going to put a link in the description about farming, because this is farming's there's several glitches in it, and it's not if you mess up, you're just gonna be kind of screwed. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest this. So that gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 tomatoes. So that's enough for 1 day's worth of food. I have these little fences around so I can harvest this and water them without worrying about the infected. So I'm gonna go back and cook these up, and I'm gonna go ahead and sleep again for the whole day, just so you can see that I actually can survive with just eating these little bit of tomatoes. Now I'm gonna have to harvest at least one of them so I can replace that. So let's just go ahead and harvest 2 of them so I can have 2 seeds, so I can, keep increasing my field. Because if you take damage, you're gonna have to eat more so you can actually fix yourself. But if you're not taking damage, you could just kind of, just barely eat and you'll be fine. And you have to cook these tomatoes and corn and potatoes, and if you try to eat them raw, they're going to give you food poisoning. I'm not sure if it's a 100% chance, but it's a good chance you're going to get food poisoning eating these raw. Or medium. Don't bother with medium, just go to straight up well done. Alright, now I got my food. I can go ahead and do my day's worth of activities, but I'm just going to go ahead and drink and sleep. Just to pass the time, just so you can see that it does work. I'm not going to eat until it's the end of the day. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and eat my little bit of tomatoes. It doesn't give you a whole lot, so you're going to have to eat 5, 6, 7 of them a day. And you might have to supplement this with blueberries until you start getting a lot of crops. Go ahead and drink. And then I'm going to go ahead and sleep for another 8 hours. Alright, so now it's almost 5 o'clock. Drink my little bit of water. And then I'm going to go grab some corn. Corn is actually a whole lot better than tomatoes. Just for the sheer amount of seeds you can get out of it, and they give you more food for each one. So that's time 2, 4, 6, 7 of them. And I want to be able to replace my seeds. So I'm going to look for one that's a 3, and then I'm going to harvest that one. When you first get your seeds, you want to plant them and then just make seeds out of all of them. And then replant them again. And that's why it was 21 days or 22 days, because this is the second crop of plants. Alright, same thing with the tomatoes. You got to cook this stuff. Alright, same thing. I'm going to go back to sleep. Alright, now it's time to eat. I always try to eat before I drink. So that was actually only 4. And I should still have, my hunger should still be above empty before the night's over. Get my good 9 hours sleep. And now I still have a little bit to spare of my hunger bar. So I can eat these throughout the day if I want to. or I can wait and eat them with my other dinner from getting my crops. So just starting out with 2 or 3 seeds of each kind, you can harvest the corn or the tomatoes, and you can get a whole big crop. Like this is 45 corn plants right here, and I think there's 13 tomato plants. So this is almost 60 days worth of food that I have right here. And then it would just keep going up. You know, I would keep replanting as I'm eating, and then, you know, having to water it. I kind of stopped the streaming this because it was getting really boring trying to water all these crops, and I was putting myself to sleep, so I couldn't see streaming and putting somebody else to sleep. But if you're farming infected, doing this vegan challenge or whatever is pretty easy because you get a lot of potatoes and you get a lot of canned fruit from the infected. But if you don't want to do, you know, if you want to be a pacifist and not kill anything, then it's still doable. You just might have to eat some blueberries till you actually get a good sized crop going to sustain yourself. So I'm kind of glad I actually did this challenge just so I can, you know, stop eating so much food and pretty much waste it in the game, because I don't really have to worry about food as it is, but now I don't have to worry about keeping my hunger bar completely filled because it's kind of pointless unless you're trying to actually recover from an injury or something. That's the only time you really have to keep your hunger bar, you know, quite full, is so you can regain health and get healed. Alright, almost forgot about one thing when I started this video. I told you you'd probably need to get a truck first and then go after seeds. The reason I said the seeds are important to get early is it's going to take 8 days for these corn seeds to actually grow, and then 7 for the tomatoes. And this is the second crop of corn and tomatoes, so it actually grew, you know, the first 8 days, and then I harvested them all. So I got as many seeds as I could, and then planted them down, and now I waited again another 8 days. So that's why it took me so long to actually have this much crops. So take that in consideration. It's going to take time before you can actually have enough crops to be able to feed yourself, because you're only going to get 3 or 4 seeds, somewhere around there to start with. So hope this helps. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all later.